Welcome back to What Arty Noobs for General Disturbance. This is the SU-8, it's the Tier 6 Soviet SPG. It's located on the South Spawn of Mines and it's under the command of Eukarionte. Okay, it's 152mm howitzer, it's capable of doing 550 alpha and penetration of 38mm and 6.7 meters on the burst radius. It's also got a fairly fast reload as well. Okay, well, the enemy is in sight already. We're looking at this KB2 because he's hanging back, but he's actually standing dead still. So he's an easy hit. Oh, look at that! Direct hit, first shot. The enemy wasn't able to make it into the hill, into the castle grounds, because our guys were already there. Okay, we've got the Strip 74. We're almost loaded. Lining up a shot. Okay, that looks good. Rounds out. Lands short. The SU-8 became a firm favourite for a lot of players after the fact, of course, that it became the fastest firing Tier 6 Arty other than the FV304. So it's the fastest firing Arty with stun. Okay, he's going for the KB2 again. We saw for a moment there was a huge amount of damage already, but look at these guys here. They're milling around and they're making themselves very vulnerable. And look at that penetrating shot on the Hellcat, but it's a low roll, so he only gets 494. In fact, that's the first damage that was actually recorded from one of his shells. But a lot of these enemy vehicles are actually asking for trouble. Okay, we're loaded. He hesitates to shoot there for a moment, and as a consequence, he misses out the chance of getting a shot on that Jagdpanzer, which is a pity. But the Jagdpanzer has actually been, on our team, has been wiped out. Okay, looking over on the other side of the map, we can see over here on the South Island that a T-71DA managed to get all the way down there, and the T-20 on our team, who should have actually intercepted him and stopped him, is now decided to head north instead of actually dealing with him. Well, we're firing rounds into that position because, of course, those guys, if he gets a chance, he'll start shooting at our Tiger 131 on the approach to the hill. And, well, the enemy FV304 just got wiped out by our Cromwell. Okay, so we're going back to this KB2, who's seriously damaged now. He's been taking a lot of shots from our teammates. Rounds out. He's side on. He's wiped out. He's back in the garage. He made a very bad choice there. And the T-71 probably was struck by one of our previous shots, because you can see he's down to 21 hit points. And our Govica believes he can get a kill. Now we're lining up this shot ahead of his track. Rounds out. Just misses him, but it does stun him. Now our T-20 might see that guy and say, oh, that's an easy kill for me. Meanwhile, we're looking in the north at the Strip 74. And that T-71 has gone down. So yes, he was stunned, but we didn't get any stun assists. We fire around it. Oh, that was a nice shot on target for 184. Now the enemy SU-152 has thrown all caution to the wind. He's decided to move forward. And, well, we've got a BZ-58 here. That's a fairly easy one because he's side on to us. Rounds out. Direct hit. Good shot. 159. The enemy T-20 hasn't been as adventurous as ours. In fact, now he's trying to hide because he knows he's in danger. But hiding in that corner is probably not going to work for him because our Govica on the island is moving up. We lost the T-20 that was originally there, but that was right into the area where the enemy T-20 was. Looking back into the more central area of the map, we can see that SU-152. We can't get a shot on him because the tower from the castle, the south tower, it's very difficult to get that shots over that. I think it's down to the fact that the SU-8 does have a very low trajectory. That was more of a speculative shot to see if we could find him. That BZ-58 that we fired at before, he's still there. He's going to get hit again, but this time around it will be his final chance and he'll be out the game. Here we go. Rounds out. The shell landed right next door to him and splashed him to death. Right, now there's a whole bunch of enemy tanks up here on the plateau, but we can't see them at all because our teammates aren't close enough to actually spot. We're 3 up on the enemy at the moment, but most of the enemy team, well, they're hiding from us. Well, there's a good chance that they are actually looking through these bushes, so he's now decided to shoot at some of the bushes. You don't get a huge number of rounds in the SU-8, so you have to be careful not to fire too many blind shots, otherwise you might end up losing. Oh, look at that! The Hellcat sitting out there, basically, well, he's round the corner from the rock. He's trying to stop our Govika from moving up. And there's the Hellcat. Oh, he got spotted, and he's now out of the game. Now, the enemy managed to get one back because they got the SMV-CC56 on our team with the T20 of all things. And there he is. From quite some distance away, but they've lost their SU-152, and now our guys are starting to make their way in. We can't hit the M2Y who's near the castle, or near the hill. But our setter's behind him. And this Govika, well, we need to suppress him because otherwise he could shoot our setter. So we're dialing in. Rounds out. That's a good shot. Should splash the Govika. Now, the enemy Super Hellcat is being a real pain because, of course, he's got behind our Govika. He's turreted and the Govika's not. So we're going to fire one round. See if we can splash him or at least stun him. And we've stunned him. That should slow him down a little. Our Govika, though, gets wiped out by the Super Hellcat. It's surprising, but the Super Hellcat didn't decide to go any further because we've got a Basotto. And that Basotto just hit him. So now we can wipe him out with a splash kill. And he gets him. Eukarionte now up to 3 kills. And there's still 4 enemies out there. We're only 1 up on the enemy now. They've managed to claw a few back. Now our setter has managed to make it into the hill area. But he's now leaving that. In fact, I think he was in the hill previously. So he wasn't actually under sight of the Govika because he was hiding behind one of the pillars. But he was keeping that M2Y lit and tried to shoot into him as and when he could. Okay, Eukarionte has decided now it's a good idea to get to a position where he can shoot at that M2Y and also the other enemy tanks. So he's decided to go over to the west side of the map. It's a good move. If you haven't got the trajectory, if you can't shoot at those enemy tanks because there's something in the way or they're hiding around the corner of a rock, change your position and you should be able to get them. It works on so many maps. Okay, there's the M2Y. As you can see, near the hill, but as we're moving at the moment, we're still moving. He's now looking to see, has he got the angle to get a shot? And yes, he has. So he's going to shoot from out in the middle of the lake towards this M2Y. Unless, of course, he drives closer to the rock and then we'll have to change position again. He fires! Gets a direct hit for 181, but he'll have to move again. The enemy lost their Arty, the FV304, quite early in the game. And, oh, well, that's one way of doing it. It's not the best way. Of course, the SU-8 is basically a T28 with bits changed on it. And they never made any because they stopped making the T28 and most of the T28s were lost during the war. But a few were actually kept by the Finns who managed to capture them. They do have them at Kubinka as well, I should say. Of course, nobody goes to Kubinka anymore for some reason. Can't think why. Yes, I can. Okay, he's letting it dial in accurately so he can get as close to that T20 as he can. Rounds out. It was accurate, and it stunned the T20, but as this is only 152mm, he doesn't get much stun. There's the M2Y. He's actually headed for our cap area, of all places. But the good news is that we should be able to take him out from the hill. And we should, well, if somebody spots for us, we should be able to take him out as well. They're marking on the minimap saying, pay attention to that. In fact, it's the SU-8 who's making that known. And in fact, now it's a good idea for us to actually shoot. Now, the M2Y probably knows that we've moved away from our cap area. His teammates probably would have said the Arty's firing from this position. We've only got 3 rounds left, though. That's the problem. So every shot we fire now is going to stop us from getting a reset if the M2Y decides that he's going to cap. But there's only less than 4 minutes left on the game. Oh, we lost the SU-152 to their Govika. Now, have we got a shot on the T20? We have. But the T20's gone very defensive because of the setter. We should be able to get him. Yeah, oh, we got a hit. He's now one shot. Setter goes in for the kill. Takes a hit, but he kills the T20. And now it's a matter of just wiping out this Govika. We've got 1 round left. We need to make it count. The M2Y is coming behind us at the moment. He's pulled back in. Now, for some reason, he held off shooting there. He fires the round in, only splashes the Govika. The setter's going to have to move now, and we're out of shells. So all we can do now is cap, and in fact, actually, that's what he intends to do. Arty players who've run out of ammunition, all you are now is a spotter or a capper. Now, the Basalto and the Setter and the Tiger are now working out how they're going to kill the M2Y. In the meantime, we're going to do the job of forcing that M2Y to do very bad things and make bad decisions. So we're capping, and he's worried now because he knows he's going to lose. He can't get back to his own cap unless he goes through our teammates, and one by one they will take him out. And in fact, that's it. The game's over. Everybody's won. Well, not everybody. We've won. Here's the end of battle stats, and that was the first ace tanker for Eukarionte in the SU-8. Congratulations on breaking your ace and doing it in style. He made a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits in this game. He got 15. And he also got a Gauze medal for doing more damage, exceeding 8 times the hit points of his own vehicle, as well as a Confederate for hitting more of the enemy than anyone else in his team, despite the fact that he got 3 kills in this one. His win rate was 5,234, which is Super Unicum standard, which is very good indeed. Let's have a look at the team score. There you go, the highest damage in the game, but he didn't get 20% of the enemy hit pool. That's why he didn't get the high caliber as well. He got 2,465 hit points of damage. The next highest scorer was the BZ58. He took that guy out and he got 2,045. Third highest damage, the Setter with 1,955 hit points. When it came to kills, he shared the top spot with the Setter and also with the Govika on the enemy team. They all had 3 kills apiece. 2 kills went to the Basalto, the Tiger 131, and the SU-152. And on the enemy team, their T20. And when it came to base XP, he's got that one too. So he's got the top in all 3 columns. 1,053 went to Eukarionte, the only player over 1,000. 974 went to the Setter, and 840 went to the Basalto. He fired all 26 rounds. Yes, I know it's sad that this thing only carries 26 rounds, but there you go. That's the restrictions. 7 direct hits on the enemy, 1 penetrating shot, and I think we did see that one as well, and 24 splash. 2,465 hit points of damage, all of it done at more than 300 meters. He damaged 9 of the enemy, killed 3, so only just qualified for the Confederate. and 166 hit points of stun assists off 22 stuns, and he got 17 capture points while he was sitting in the cap. Yes, so he did hit a lot of the enemy. He was spreading it around, but he got kills, and that's why it's kind of only just allowed him to get those 6 extra tanks that other people killed. He earned 72,493 credits from the game, including 50,000 for a mission completion and 3,159 experience points out of the game as well. So very well done there to Eukarionte. He did exactly what best Arty players should do, is you not only put in as much effort as you can to win the game for your team, often unsung heroes, the guys who are smashing the enemy from the back of the map, but then once he'd run out of ammunition, he did the hero thing and went to the enemy cap to sit in there and force the enemy to make bad moves. And that's exactly what they did. So I hope you enjoyed that replay, and congratulations to Eukarionte. If you did, please give this video a like, and thank you for watching.